Okay, so welcome back. I'm here now. We're getting ready for bronze class. I'm here with Amir. Amo, Hazik, Amo, are you there?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the sound levels seem to be okay as well. Amo is obviously traveling at the moment, trying to. Where are you actually?
Tanjung Malim actually, in near Perak because I needed to get a place where there's water. And my kampung has water, so yeah, the water cut in the state has actually caused us to do some drastic measures.
You know what's funny? What's funny is that actually I know some people in Shah Alam and they said the water's just turned back on, so maybe you didn't need to go. But anyway,
Well,
well, it happens. Okay, so welcome. We're back at the bronze class as I put my headphone back in. Back to the bronze class, and we just had the copper class boys, and now we're in bronze class, which are Formula 4 cars, Tatuus cars. We're going to go look at some of the championship positions. We have four classes today: copper, bronze, silver, and gold. And these are the championship leaders at the moment. Here you can see Alif Hamilton in the gold class. He's winning at the moment. Jim Masvilton in second in silver. Sorry, in leading the silver class in second. And Zuro Sumadabila. He's leading bronze, and he'll be coming up in just a few minutes. Bronze class will start at 2 o'clock. And we just had the copper class. Thiago Oliveira, though, was the championship leader. He had a disaster and didn't score many points at all. Matrillo from Philippines now leads that championship. But we are focused on the bronze class, and here are the drivers that are leading the championship. Sumo Debila, he's been really outstanding lately. He's tied on points with Seiko. He had to miss the first race after having a rig failure, but he's come on really strong since then and been the guy to beat. But look at that. Philippines 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, they really dominate the copper and bronze class at the moment. And they got Edward Wong, the first of the non-Filipinos from Malaysia, in fifth. Felix Young from Hong Kong in sixth. Henry Koh from Singapore in seventh. Mohamed Zikri from Malaysia in eighth. And Jonathan Takumi Lee from Singapore in ninth. And Axel. Axel's only 10 years old, I think, and he's in 10th position as well from Philippines. So I did mention that Philippines has been dominating the copper and bronze class, and that's why they're winning the Nations Cup quite comfortably, in fact, at the moment. Well, not super comfortably. I mean, Singapore and Malaysia are not too far behind. Now, these points are taken across all four classes. And you know, the Philippines dominating bronze and copper, and that's why they're right up there. Malaysia and Singapore perhaps a little bit stronger in the silver and gold classes. Here are the teams championships. Sim Racing Filipinas is winning at the moment. Stratus Motorsports, which is a Malaysian-based team that does a lot of karting, professional karting team as well, up there in second position. Tedco X Project Mu, which is a combination of Tedco Racing, which is a Malaysian motorsports team, a very successful team, and Project Mu from Hong Kong. Legion of Racers from Singapore in fourth position. Stevensar Garage, Philippines based team in fifth. Blue Steel Racing, Malaysian team in eighth. Ruffy Sports, Team Racing Line in 7th and 8th. Team Uncle from Singapore in 9th. And the Australian New Zealand Sim Racing rounds up the top 10. Okay, so that's the bronze class and the championship position. So we're kind of set up now for the. So let's go down to the tracks now and have a look at some of the practice that's going on. You can see some of the Formula 4 cars as they go around the Hockenheimring.
Yep, and the fact that the Formula 4 cars here are right at their natural habitat in a way, because you know, we have a lot of Formula 4 championships around the world, and one of the strongest happens to be the German-based ADAC championship, alongside the Italian championships, and Hockenheim happens to be a track that they visit a lot. So really, it's quite natural to see these cars come around a Grand Prix circuit like Hockenheim.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good track here indeed. These Formula 4 cars are quite interesting to drive as well, aren't they? Oh, sliding through the Edward Wong. What do these cars like to drive, actually?
Well, they're actually very underpowered, so you can just chuck them a bit. You have to carry a lot of speed with these cars due to the fact that they have lower engine output and not much dependence on the aerodynamics despite having wings and slicks. The idea is to just carry a lot of speed through the corners, especially around Hockenheim here, where we come through to the stadium section like the Mercedes-Benz Arena, and the actual stadium section where we come back to the start finish line. That's when the cars have to carry a lot of speed in order to get the best possible lap times.
Yeah, and here we have a track map here now. You can see, well, trying to get a track map. The track map's not showing at the moment. There we go. You see all the cars there, full grid of cars there going around Hockenheim. Edward Wong, they just went through turn 1 and now on the way to turn 2. It's quite exciting, but why don't we go on board with one of the drivers? We have an on-board lap here of Jason Tay. He'll be up in the Go class later in the Indy cars, and let's see how he drives this track.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason, and today I'll be taking you for a lap around the Hockenheimring in my Indy car. So here we are on the start-finish straight, going to turn 1. Just a small lift of the throttle going to turn 1, and then hard on the gas after the apex, and then hard on the brakes at the 100 meter board for this corner. You want your car to be as straight as possible coming out of it, as it leads you onto a very long straight, so the exit of that corner is so important. If not, you'll lose plenty of time going through here. Lots of overtaking opportunities at the end of this straight, as it leads you to a hairpin, the slowest corner of the track. On the brakes, try not to lock your wheels like I did. Slowly get on the gas on the exit. Want to control wheel spin off there as well, as it leads you onto another long straight. On the brakes just after the 100 meter board. Roll the car in and get on the power and flat out through here. Let the downforce of the Indy car do the work. And there's a small lift of the throttle turning into the stadium section right now. Just cooks the car into the corners right here. Flat out through here. And then let off the gas and let the car turn in into the apex. Gas a bit and then let the car turn in again, and then hard on the gas for the final corner onto the main straight. And that's the lap of the Hockenheimring.
Okay, thank you, Jason Tay, and that was him in IndyCar, which would be much quicker.
So I'm basically watching raw feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so that was Jason, and he's pretty quick indeed. Yeah, I know you couldn't see that lap, but it was a very impressive lap indeed. We are now 2.5 minutes left of practice before we go into qualifying. I'm just going to take you through the spotter's guide now. And here is the spotter's guide. You can see the Filipino drivers like to drive in the same liveried car, the white, blue and red of the Philippines flag. So you can see there in the top 4. You can see a few other of the cars. The Stratus Motorsports, they're in the green cars. So you see Yevan David and Adrian Ferguson. So it's kind of nice. You can kind of tell what cars people are driving as they go around. But yeah, nice. Further back there, we got some new drivers as well. Burak Pasterelli from Turkey. That's a mouthful indeed. So yeah, so a couple new names there, but a lot of old favorites as well. Okay, so we're back in practice now. Let's see who we can follow right now. Joriel Cruz. Yeah, he's been quite a good good driver, hasn't he, Amir? What's it gonna take for someone or the others to try and beat him today?
Well, definitely it has to be his biggest enemy is himself, actually. We saw Sumudibia like last season during the WTCR Corporate Championship. He already wrapped up the championship. He could easily win more races, but yet he dropped it. So that his biggest enemy right now is himself. He could take quite a beating. It would take a lot to beat this guy, especially if he's really, really on form.
Yeah. One of the guys that might be able to do that is obviously Voltaire Seiko. Seiko, we've seen him, he did in our first global edition. He was in the AM class for the Philippines edition, actually. And he did a really good job. I was really impressed how cool a customer he can be, especially when you consider his experience. So, yeah, I mean, it slides through there. Seiko might be one of the drivers who can bring it to him. But, yeah, in the weekly leaderboard, though, Sumo Debila was quicker than anyone. And, wow, look at that. It's fastest lap right now, 42.4. That's looking good indeed. Who else would look good right now, do you think, that might be able to take the fight? Francis Angelo. He's been quite good, hasn't he, Ammo?
Yeah, definitely. And in fact, as we saw like in Road America, where he was taken out by Yevon David, and you can see the frustration in his face. You can tell that this guy really has a passion for racing, and if he puts a weekend together real well, like he did a couple races ago, he could really be right up there in the hunt to actually overhaul Sumudabia.
Yeah. Another driver, Nasser Asman, he's finished on the podium a few times, but he looks like one of these drivers that are just starting to come on and get a little bit quicker. But now we go for qualifying. Let's ride on with championship leader right now, Ammo, and why don't you take us through this lap?
Camera problem, I can't see this.
You can't see the lap? Okay, no problem. I'll take you to the lap while we try and fix the Discord. Zero messed up turn 1, so he's going to restart the lap again. There is enough time. There's 5 minutes to go. So he'll try and restart the lap and comes down start-finish line, down to turn 1. Nice and clean through this time. So looks like he's going to carry on the lap, not going to restart the lap. And comes down now to turn 2. Turn 2 will be it's a tricky corner to get right. You've got to get your braking just right, and your exit is so important. And in a Formula 4 car, it's very underpowered, so you need to go from 0 to 100. You don't want to just slowly get on the throttle because there's no power in these cars. So it's about rotating the car, getting on the power early, full throttle straight away. He looks to have done it, so he should be able to carry all that extra speed out of turn 2 all the way down this massive, massive long straight. Now turn 6, this hairpin where all the overtaking gets. Oh, looks just about right. Rotates it really nice. You can see him on the bottom right looking super calm and collected. This driver that doesn't get ruffled very easily. Through this flat out corner here, turn 7, easy flat, not really a corner. Then turn 8, the Mercedes Arena. Nice and clean through there. Looks very clean. Looks like this is going to be a good lap. Through turn 9, through turn 10. I'd imagine turn 10 would be easy flat in a Formula 4 car. These lightweight cars do offer quite a lot of grip. He's purple in sector 1, purple in sector 2. So looking pretty good there. Oh, gets a little bit sideways through turn 11 there. Now he's in the stadium section. Gets the car turned in well. And it's looking good for the lap, isn't he, Ammo?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the fact that so far so good, he hasn't put a foot wrong all the way, and the purple sector is all the way. He's definitely gonna get pole position. It's a shoehorn thing to see.
Yeah, comes across the line. This would definitely be in the 42s. A 42.5. Zero Sumudabila goes for pole position at the moment. Let's see who else we can follow. Voltaire Seiko has just finished his lap. He's position 4th right now. He's a championship challenger. Let's follow him for a lap.
Right, coming up to turn 2 here. We saw plenty of action here last year for the German Grand Prix.
Yeah,
and he slided, and he's never gonna restart. Like, there you go. He's just restarted it. Yeah, but just as I said, it was like there's action in that corner. And he proves my word right there. Proves my word right there. He went and off spinning into the inside barrier. But that's got to be a theme for this race. A lot of drivers might do that during the race itself because there's also a potential overtaking spot. We see a lot of drivers that might collide there.
Yeah. Yeah, so back with Seiko here now to turn 2 then. He's trying to get it going and stuff. Yeah, just out of turn 2. He's gone green for sector 1. He's only 800ths off Zero Sumudabila time, so he could be in for a fight for the championship. Sorry, for the pole position at this point. I know you've lost visual here at the moment. We're just trying to get you back some visual here.
Alright, no problem. But it is a good fight up there between the Filipinos. Again, they're proving their mantle here in this class. Yeah.
And there he is, Seiko there. Well into sector 2, looking nice and clean, Ammo.
Still can't see the footage.
Still,
yeah.
But anyway, through turn 8 and 9, now coming up to turn 10. Turn 11 now, the Mobile 1 corner. Easy flat, looks quite good at the moment. 2/10 down on sector 2. He's got to find some time if he's going to try and challenge for the front row. He's currently down in, he's dropped right down. He's in position 8 for the moment, so he's got a lot of time to make up. I mean, this is his fastest lap so far. 2 tenths down in Sector 2. Let's see what Sector 3 is like. Sector 3 looked a bit clean. Goes across the line. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't really improve. I wonder if he had a track limits issue. He doesn't improve. So track limits issue there for him and drops him all the way down.
Now, I'm not really sure if the track limits around Hockenheim are as strict as other tracks because in real life, as you know as well, because you've driven on this track before in Formula 1, that final corner, you can really abuse it a bit because a lot of cars really go wide to get the speed up to the start-finish line.
Yeah. Let's look at Joriel Cruz, the other brother of Joriel Cruz. We just saw him in Copper class. This is his brother, Joriel Cruz, in bronze. He's in P6 right now. He's down a little bit through Sector 1. I think he has just enough time to complete this lap before the end of qualifying. You can see the countdown at the top of your screen, 34, 33, 32 seconds to go. But he's through Sector 2. He's coming to the end of Sector 2 now. Only one more sector to go. Oh, half a second down on pole. I'm not sure this is really going to improve him. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be good enough. I don't think it's going to improve. So, these are the qualifying orders. Zero Suma Dubila in P1. P2, Axel. Oh, great job by the young Filipino driver. He's only 10 years old. Henrico in 3. Duca Christian in 4th. Adam Amir in 5th. Joriel Cruz in 6th. Joseph Flores in 7th. So many Filipino drivers. Voltaire Seiko. He won't be happy with that. P8 for him. Takimi Lee in 9th. And Yevon David, the other brother of Yannick David, in P10. So the drivers lining up onto the grid as they magically appear through. That's one of the beauty for esports. In my day, we'd have to, well, even now in real life racing, you'd have to move the cars onto the grid, and it takes a bit of time. It's a bit of a job, but with esports, it's very easy. They just kind of magically teleport from the pit lane to the grid. See the drivers now, all lining up on the grid. We'll try and pick them off at the start. 23 seconds left to go before the start of race 1. Ammo, are you getting any visuals at the moment? Anyway, back with Joriel. I think we've just lost Ammo at the moment. Suma Dubila on pole position. The lights go out, and it's a good start by the pole man. He moves away nicely in second and third position there. As Axel and Henry Coase had a good start as well into P3.
And well, somebody got the start he wanted, and he managed to hold off Axel Nocom coming into the first turn. Now that's one part of the job done. He's gonna have to still go through the whole race. And you never know what Axel can do. He's definitely on the pace here for this round. We'll have to wait and see whether or not he can hold him off for the next 14.5 minutes.
Yeah, Suma Dubila though, what a great start by him, and he's looked really relaxed. But Axel though, he's in the slipstream. Is he going to make a move into T1? You got to feel he is.
Here he comes to the hairpin then, on the slipstream. Suma Dubila goes onto the inside. Nocom goes around the outside, and both break in time. Managed to actually hold it together. As third place, it looks like Adam Amir, who's going to jump on Henry Coase, trying to move into second position. But unfortunately for him, Nocom actually holds firm, and Suma Dubila still leads the race. Yeah,
really good job there by Suma Dubila, leading quite nicely. Axel Nocom in second, Adam Amir in third, in front of Henry Coase. These four seem to have broken away a little bit further back though. Seiko has had a great first lap. He's gone from P8 to P5. He'll be really happy to that, and he'll try and grab onto the train of the top four in front of him. Behind Seiko, some of the other drivers coming now. Wow, they're all fighting behind Seiko right now, but it's kind of spread out. Yannick David there in the green car, just going down the inside of someone. I think it was Joriel Cruz. But back at the front though, Suma Dubila looking like he's in a good position there, leading comfortably from Axel. So Ammo, with this early start of the race, only a 15-minute race.
Yeah.
Still a lot can happen, can't it? Oh, wow, look at that. Axel Nocom, you can see him on the bottom right there. He's sporting a super cool headband. But yeah, looking really, really calm there. He's got the screen obviously pretty high up because he's looking really far in front of him and high up to try and see. And he's now under pressure from Adam Amir. Adam Amir, Oh, looking down the inside. He goes down the inside of Axel. Really nicely done. Textbook move by the Malaysian. So he now into P2. And it's got a good...
That's a... Sorry, Alex. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to use the DRS. He just got the slipstream through the parabolica, coming to the hairpin. He braked just in time, and that was a really good maneuver. Now, he can try to challenge for the lead with Sumidibia, but he's 1.7 seconds behind.
Yeah, so it's going to be... yeah, well, he's really pulled away. Axel's obviously made a mistake, and you can see him in the background, the white car there, now coming under pressure from Henry Coe. And actually, no, he's disappeared. That's Voltes Seiko that's up to third position. Great job by Voltes Seiko to get up to third position. Wow, we've lost Axel at the moment. He's down in position 8th.
Now what happened there? But I think on my screen I can see it properly that he actually was still up to second at one point. Then suddenly he just lagged behind. If we've seen this happen before, because if drivers have dodgy internet connections, they could actually literally be pegged back behind and appear right behind the driver. So whatever happened to Axel, it's definitely not on his machine. It has to be his internet connection.
Oh, it's such a shame to hear. Shame for Axel, though. He's dropped right at the back there. Let's see and hope he can recover. And at the moment, you can see. Let's see if we can pick him up. Actually, there he is, in front of this, in the middle of this gaggle of cars, whole bunch of cars, driving close together. He just needs to keep calm at this point, he looks like he's calm, and he's got Francis Angelo Gonzalez coming up behind him as well. So Francis there, he smiling assassin. He's always smiling. Let's see if we can get a picture of him. And there he is. France looking down the... he's coming up to Axel at the moment. Oh, the car in the background. Oh, there's a red car that got tagged. Who was that? I think that was Edward Wong. Oh,
yeah, Edward Wong's one.
It might have been Ken Lau. Yeah, no, I think it was Edward Wong. It might have been Nazir Asman. Not really sure, but it's good battle than Nazir Asman and Ken Lau going through the corners and having a bit of contact. Ammo.
Yeah, now Ken is on the inside. He tries to hold the line, and there we go. Oh, there you go. One guy spins. That is Nazir Asman, and he's dropped all the way back to this guy cars in the bottom end of the top 20. But Ken Lau there had every right to defend the inside. It's just that Nazir, I think, just got tapped a bit, or he was a bit exuberant in the power, and he's gone. So that's the end of his chances of actually gaining points in the top 15.
Yeah, this battle here between Nizar Risky and Jacob Lauter, Momolua as well. They're all coming together right now. Big fight here for positions 11, 12, 13th, and it's looking close indeed. Niski
coming through that track.
Yeah, right now with Nizar from Indonesia. He looks super calm. In fact, I think it might have frozen a bit. But wow, look at that. It's good to see his face. He's a long-time driver with us. We've seen him in the Indonesia edition win quite a few races with us. Certainly on the podium. But down in 12th position, he'll be looking to try and get into the top 10.
Well, especially with the reverse grid coming at race 2. Oh, look at that. He just lost the position now. He's dropped to 13. He'll be looking to stay within that region of 13, 14, 15 to actually have that chance of actually getting a pole position. Not sure which road of dice he did prior to that, which will announce who's going to start from pole in the reverse grid. I think it might have been 13, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think for this one might be 15. Oof. Oh, wow. So someone just sent it down the inside of Nizar there. I think it was Jacob Lauter, or it might have been Chad Johnson. Managed to make it through at the moment. But yeah, I think it was Jacob Lauter. He's new to this series. He's American, based here in Malaysia. Very good karter. New to sim racing. But yeah, making his steps forward. Just a little bit further back, Chad Johnson is now all over the back of Nizar. Has come through turn 11. Chad in the blue Tatuus F4 car, all over the back of him.
Yeah, no way to overtake through here, especially through, we can call this battle corner because of what happened in 2018. Yeah, it's really some famous corners around this circuit. There's so many moments that have happened here, despite the fact that this is a very recent layout compared to the old school layout back in where it was demolished back in 2002 to make way for the circuit. Now that's an even more classic layout because it was blast through the forest.
Yeah, I remember that layout. Really loved it. Let's see. Whoa, there we go. Nizar with Chad Johnson fighting for that position. But let's go back to the front. Zero Sumudabila, wow, what a great job. He's really extended the gap. Fastest lap of the race so far. Nicely in front. Adam Amir in second. Voltaire Seiko then in third position. Henry Coe in fourth. And Joriel Cruz in fifth. It's really spread out. We're not used to seeing it this spread out, to be honest. Normally we have really close racing. But here we go. Look at that. Takumi lead looking down the outside of Axel. But Axel actually... Yeah, Axel's making a good recovery there. Not able to get the exit he wanted. And Takumi Lee holds on to the position for now in the orange car.
Yeah, but that's pretty good because he was at the mercy of Axel getting a better traction. But in this case, he didn't. He still holds on. But unfortunately, at the Mercedes Arena, he might still get him. No, he can't. Not at this lap. But Axel Nocom, after being shafted, we can safely say, by his internet connection, has really made good with his recovery. But unfortunately, 6 is probably as high as could go to get past Jonathan Takumi Lee.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle, isn't it? But yes, it's kind of a spread out race. We don't normally have it this spread out. Let's go back there. Joriel Cruz there. He's all over the back of, well, not quite all over the back, but he's closing the gap onto Henry Coe there. Henry Coe in the orange car, while Cruz in the blue, oh, white and red. Someone has spun. Sumudabila!
Oh my word! That's the race leader. The runaway race leader has dropped at the last corner. He did a Timo Glock back in 2008 where he smacked that barrier. Luckily, he actually missed that. But the race has now been thrown wide open here. And what a turn up for the books here. The man who's leading the championship dominantly has now thrown it all the way. Now he has to recover from 5th place with only just 6 minutes left to go. What an interesting turn of events, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, wow, you called it right at the beginning of the bronze class, Ammo. You said the only one that could beat Sumudabila is himself, and he did. He looks like he had a 3-second gap in the front, and he spun out, and now he's all the way in P5. The driver to benefit, though, Adam Amir. He's not won with us yet. So, wow, he's leading. His first time he's leading in the ERGP. And I can tell you, first time you lead a race like this, you're going to be super nervous. And you can look at he's pursing his lips at the moment. He looks calm, but I can promise you, he's not calm. But yes, winning his...
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
Almost given the fact that he's on the verge of a win. He's definitely going to be thinking about that at the back of his mind. Physically, he'll be sweating. He'll be gripping the hands, the steering as hard as possible. He is not going to throw this one away. He is going to be fighting tooth and nail on hell for leather to not let this slip out of his hands.
Yeah, I mean, Adam he made the race on lap 1 when he made that great move on Henry Coe. Okay, he wasn't able to go with Sumudabila when Sumudabila started putting down some really fast laps, but he kept himself consistent. He was consistent, he didn't throw it off, and that's why he's leading at the moment. But however, though, Ammo, we got Voltaire Seiko closing down that gap now in P2, and he's fighting Sumudabila. He's actually tied on points with Sumudabila in the championship, and he would now take the outright lead at the moment.
Wow, that's about the 2 Filipinos, and it's quite a shame as well for Sumudabila to throw away with this championship, but he can console himself the fact that he will start further up than Seiko come race 2, so he still has points to gain on the board, but this one is a huge loss in this race. He could have gained more, but he has actually lost a lot.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take that back. I think Sumudabila might still be in the championship lead because don't forget, he gets 5 points for pole position, and Seiko would not have got any points because he would qualified 8th out of the top 5. So, you know, Sumudabila, it's going to be very close indeed. But I tell you, if Seiko can grab the win, 3.5 minutes to go. If Seiko can grab the win, that would definitely put him in the championship lead.
Oh yeah, it will put Sumudabila under the cosh here, and he will actually be ruined for that mistake to throw away such a dominant lead in this race. Wow, it's like we can say the old adage is anything can happen in racing, and it usually does.
Yeah, and there is that fellow championship leader you were just talking about there now, Zero Sumudabila. He still looks calm. I did have a glance over when he made that mistake, and you could see he had a small reaction on his face, but other than that, he's back to business. You look at that focus, and that's what you need in a race car driver, don't you, Ammo? You will make mistakes. It's just how you can recover from them, which really counts.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, we can almost relate to this because you're a real driver, and we're sim drivers. The mentality is the same. if you make a mistake, you got to put that in the back of your head. You cannot think about it too long because you still got a race to do, and you still got to find any way to recover anything salvageable, points, a fastest lap, anything. He's just gonna have to put that in the back of his mind right now. And in fact, if anything, he still has a shot of actually claiming first position if Amir chokes in the final few minutes.
That's very true indeed. As we watch them come down to these corners now, Joriel there looking to try and close the gap a bit. But he's, just 2 minutes ago, he's going to fancy his chances. But the car in front of him is Henry Coe. Henry Coe is another driver that's just really come along really well as he's been driving more and more. It won't be so long before we perhaps see him at the top of the leaderboard. Ammo.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, he was at the top 5 at one point in the championship. He had a terrible round last time round at Mid Ohio. He's looking to come back. Sorry, not Mid Ohio. It was where were you last time?
Daytona.
Lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, Daytona. He had a very miserable time of it last time out. He was well at the back in the end of the top 20. He's up for 40th position now, but it's under threat at the moment.
Yeah,
from
he's made a mistake.
Who goes off? Oh my word!
Wow.
I was just about to say, can he? Oh, and he spins it again as well, coming in through Vettel corner. That is not a good couple of corners. And look at that, Axel Nocom is coming back. He's going to get 4th place here.
Wow, Axel now hunting down Henry. There's one more lap to go after this lap, I think. No, I think we're on the last lap at the moment. Oh, look at that. Seiko's all over the back of Adam Amir. Oh, and he hasn't looked to go over the curb. But now he's going to look down into turn 2. Does he dive down the inside? No, he doesn't. So he focuses, both cars are focusing on getting the exit. This is the last lap of the race. And Adam Amir is just in front of Seiko.
Oh, man. And yeah, Sonobi coming through the parabolica here. He's still in the slipstream. Seiko is looking over his shoulder now because Sumidibia is also right behind him while he's also looking forward. This could go any way in this last lap.
And Adam just defending into the hairpin. Does a perfect job of defending the hairpin, but Seiko's got a really good exit out of the hairpin. Now Adam just needs to cover his line. He's got this easy flat right-hander. He needs to go to the inside for the next left-hander. And look at that, Seiko's going to the outside. He's going to try and go on the outside. Adam has to be careful not to... And they have contact. And somehow they just get away with it. And Adam holds on. And oh, look at that, Seiko's got an issue. Seiko's had an issue. He's obviously broken the car, and that's allowed Simo Dabila up into 2nd position.
Oh. I think that collision might have been enough to send bend his suspension. But what if it is? Simo Dabila now has a chance to win this in the final few corners. What a race.
Wow, what a race. So let's see if Seiko can finish in the points still. He's going backwards quickly now, but we're back at the front. We have to watch the leaders as they go through the last corner. Adam Amir gets his first win from Singapore, gets his first win in the ERGP, followed over the line by Zero Sumadabila, who is now the new championship leader. Look at that relief on his face. He is so happy with that first win.
Wow. This exactly is how I felt last season. Sorry, 2 seasons ago when we did GT3, when I got my first win in Sepang. That relief it just gushed over. It's like the floodgates open. It's almost unimaginable happiness, and I feel the same as Adam did. That was a brilliant drive. He managed to hold off some really fast guys and make defensive moves that were firm but fair. So kudos to him. A brilliant win. Yes,
indeed, very much so, a brilliant win. But there's Zuriel Simadabila. I think he must feel like he got out of a jail card. He looked like he was, he had made that mistake. He'd fallen down to 5th position. Whew, yeah, look, yeah, right. You should be relieved about that because managed to recover to P2, and his championship rival even finishes all the way down in 7th position. Seiko in 7th position after challenging for the lead on the last lap.
And the thing that he actually started around that region to begin with, so all that hard work comes to nothing, and that is absolutely just spirit breaking. But good news is he has the 2nd race to come, and he is starting further up ahead than Subudabia, so he still has a chance of getting, as we're watching Francis there smiling all the way. He's up to 6th as we see now the final results.
Yeah, Adam Amir takes his first win, Subudabila in 2nd, Henry and Co in 3rd, Axel Nocom in 4th. Jonathan Takumi Lee in 5th. Francis Angelo Gonzalez, the smiling assassin, in 6th. Voltes Seiko in 7th position. Wow, that's going to be devastating for him. He'd done such a good job to get up into 2nd position and fight for the championship lead, fight for the race win. He'll be bitterly disappointed with that. But it's a reverse grid race now. Really, Amir, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, it's going to be very, very eventful. I think the top 15 reverse for this race.
It's going to be, as per usual, it's going to be very, very chaotic, as we got bang on to the bell there to ring that the race is about to start. Yeah. But yeah, with the top 15 being reversed, and the fact that whoever was at the back there in 15, he might have had a bad first race. He's going to bounce back for the second one, and hopefully, by hook or by crook, hold on for the win.
Yeah, hold on by crook.
As on pole,
the red lights go out, and the race has started. And we have Joriel Cruz, who is leading the race at the moment, with Edward Wong in 2nd, Momo Lua in 3rd, and Nizar Risky Ramadan in 4th position. So, wow, great start by Cruz there. He'll be really happy with that. Look at all the cars in the midfield there. So, some of the guys to the back there. Seiko is up to 7th. Zero Sumudabila is up to 11th. So, they're all making progress as well as they go through the first half of this lap.
And it's not over yet because the pack are still really close together. Anything can still happen with any of these guys coming into the end of the first lap. As Joriel Cruz has made the start that he wanted. He has pulled away here from Edward Wong, and now he can control the pace of the race from the front.
Yeah, so Risky Ramadan there just outbraked himself and had big contact, and he's going to fall right to the back of the field.
Oh, wow. And again, that apart from the first corner and the second corner at the start of the lap in the first sector, that hairpin is also a choke point. We saw last year in the first ever W Series race, Jutta Kemilainen, she literally whacked at the back of another rival out of the race. So that can happen in cars that are similar to this pace. In fact, those are Formula 3 cars, lower end for junior single-seaters, and it happens here too.
Wow, okay, we just have to turn our attention to Voltes Seiko. He's done a great job to get up to P4, as you see a few cars in the background going off. But look at that car, Ammo. It's crabbing. He's had contact. We've seen this before, you know. Damage is full for the Formula 4 cars here, and it's crabbing. So he's obviously had some contact that's going to affect the handling of the car. Hopefully not too much, so he can still do the lap times. But yeah, that's going to be tough for Seiko.
And we had that before. In fact, Alistair himself, Alistair, he also mentioned about why his car was crabbing. He just got a collision. He just held it all the way. He just had to put the steering to one side. It's not going completely straight, but at least is as straight as the car could be in this condition. As we have a penalty there for Momo Lua, drive-through penalty for ignoring yellow flags. We've had that happen before, and it's happened again.
Wow, so he's new to our series, Momo Lua. So he's in P3 at the moment. He'll have to come and serve this drive-through penalty. That's such a shame because he'd had an excellent first lap. As Seiko now looking down in the slipstream, you just got to feel he's going to take a look into the hairpin. He does take a look, but not quite close enough. Further behind him, though, wow, who's that? That's Francis Gonzalez going down the inside of Takumi Lee. So good job there.
Yep, indeed. And the fact that where are they right now? Yep, Gonzalez is now up to fifth, right behind the top four there. He's only a few seconds off, and it's still early in the race. He can still make up that gap in the next 12 minutes that remains.
Oh, wow, Ammo, big news. Sumudabila is out. He is out. He must have had contact. I don't know what's gone on, but he's out of the race. So this is a perfect position for Seiko. Wow.
And right beside him, it was Adam Amir. So both drivers who were first and second in the first race are now the first to reach high reads in the second. This race this category just keeps on giving here right now in this particular race at the Hockenheim.
Well,
what a round that we're having so far.
Wow, the championship has just gone backwards and forwards between Seiko and Sumudabila. It's been so exciting. So Seiko there, he needs to be smart here because he doesn't want to damage that car anymore. He needs to finish this race because he can pick up some good points on Sumudabila because Sumudabila's not going to score any points for the second race.
Yep, and here he comes now. He's up to third inside Momoluwa because Momoluwa is yet to serve his drive-through penalty, and there we go. He's up to third easily. Now he can actually go after the top two. This has turned it turned pear-shaped initially for Seiko. Now it's going to turn the whole orange again. It's going to be the world's looking to look brown for him again.
Yeah, Lua's got a good slipstream, hasn't he? He's going to look down the inside, is he? No, he decides to stay there. And just in front of him, Edward Wong goes wide as well. It's allowing the third and fourth place cars to catch up as well. But at the moment, Seiko's in P3. He's in a good position to score some points. But he's got a damaged car. That car is definitely damaged. And it's just one more small tap. And I think that could be him out of the race.
Yep, and we saw him just now at the end of the first race, how a small tap with Amir while going for the win, it was enough for him to detrimentally damage his car. Yes, he was still in the points, but 7th was now the best return that he could hope for. He will want to avoid a repeat of that in the second race.
He will. Let's just go back. There's a great battle here going on for P6 between Kent Lau, Yevon David, and Takumi Lee and Axel just behind him as well. They were all scrapping just half a lap ago, but the other two cars have dropped back a bit. But here we go. Yevon David looking really much quicker through the penultimate corner. He's going to try and get a run through the last corner. And that battle will definitely heat up again. But back to the front again. Edward Wong now. He's got his rear view mirrors all covered with the white, blue and red car of Voltaire Seiko. Seiko, even though the camera car's damaged, he looks down the inside, decides to pull out of it. Oh, wow, he's slowing down quite a bit as well. So, yes, he has to be careful. He's got to nurse that damaged car to the end.
And he's got to think about championship too, because right now, it's a low-hanging fruit right in front of him, second place. And the fact that he might know that somebody be out of the race, so he can get maximum points against him here. But he also knows full well that if he does anything stupid right now, he will lose that advantage that he had here, and he'll rue it by season's end. So he has to be careful here to try to overtake Edward Wong. Oh, I think he's spun. He has spun. And there we go. That's the kind of thing that he would not have wanted, and he's done it. He's half spin out of the race. Well, not out of the race, but he still has a chance to get points. But that's not the kind of outcome that he would wanted.
Oh, such a shame there. Back at the front, look at that. Cruz though, Joriel Cruz with a big gap now. And Edward Wong with a huge gap now to third place, Voltaire Seiko in P3. And Francis Angelo Gonzalez says all over the back now of Seiko. He's going to be looking at that and saying, wow, maybe I can get position 3. And it's all coming together, this battle, because the guys just behind, Yevon David, Kent Lau, Takumi Lee, Axel, they're all closing up onto this battle for position 3.
Yep, and Gonzalez, he's having a strong weekend so far. I did say earlier that he needed to pull some weekends together. He's doing it right now. 6th in the first race. Now he's going to aim for the podium in the second. It's a good return for him, and it will just help his championship chances by just that bit more, especially given how somebody be went out just now.
Yeah. So like Seiko even here, I mean, 4th position is still a good position to be in. I know it's not what he'd want. He'd want to be in the top 3. But he has to be smart here. He doesn't want to fight too much. And then, because he is driving a bent car at the moment, and he needs to make sure he gets to the finish.
Here we go. They're coming through the parabolica between the two Filipinos. We know they're not going to fight each other because they're both countrymen who look after each other well. The Filipinos look after each other well in this series. As he goes onto the inside, a bit of a room there for for Seiko that he left, but Francis Angelo Gonzalez couldn't make the most of it, and now he still stays in 4th. Excuse me.
Let's go look back a bit. Momoluwa, after his drive-through, is down in 12th position, and he's got Nazir Azman all over the back of him. So he's served his drive-through. Hopefully he didn't speed in the pit lane. Quite often we see these drivers, they'll serve their drive-through and they speed in the pit lane, and then they have to come in and do another penalty. But yeah, so these drivers here out just outside the top 10, between 10 to 15, you know they'll be at the front for the reverse grid race. Whoa! Someone's slow in front of Lua there. Mutach is struggling there. LJ Mutach, and he's gone. And Moore takes the inside and takes the position. I wonder if he's struggling with the car issue.
Yeah.
But as
Yeah,
they
I
go
think damage might have been severe. Yeah, it might have been severe damage, but he's not that terminal. Unlike what happened to Seiko, where he literally dropped like a stone in the last lap. So I think it's just probably he got some issues coming through that corner. It might not be his favorite corner at all in the circuit. He just lost momentum. I mean, look at that. He's not losing. He's not being dropped by Loire, but he's definitely not on the pace.
back at the front. Joriel Cruz, it's been a great day for him so far. He's been leading from the front, done a really good job in this reverse grid race. Edward Wong in second position, Voltaire Seiko in third. Still in third, but look at that. Francis Angelo Gonzalez all over the back of him. He's not giving up. How many laps? 5 minutes to go. Still a long way to go. Actually, both these drivers have closed the gap a bit to Edward Wong. So maybe they might be able to get into a three-way fight for position 3.
Yeah, position 2 as well, actually, because Wong has not dropped him at all, despite the fact that both of these are fighting. And Cruz, Voltaire Seiko made that mistake trying to overtake Edward Wong coming to happen. He's recovered it well. He can still have a shot at second place, barring a mistake. If a mistake happens to come from Wong, and if Joriel Cruz in front also chokes like what happened to Zuma to be at the first race. Anything happened in this category today for some reason.
Yeah, and look, Takumi Lee now in 6th position. He's all over the back of Yevon David. This has been a battle that's kind of been brewing and going on since the beginning. Axel Nocom just behind him, trying to get into this battle as well. Gonzalez was part of this as well, but he kind of pulled away from this fight, and now he's in Seiko. They just go through the shot. And now Yevon David and Takumi Lee in the orange car go through the shot as well. So it's settling down a little bit after quite a frantic start. Takumi Lee there, looking down the inside of Yevon David, able to get back to this fight now. And look, now he's in the slipstream ammo. He's going to definitely try and make a move for the turn 6 hairpin.
Yep, coming through Parabolica, their own version of Parabolica, despite F1 taking place at Monza this weekend. It's a long corner, but it is not too taxing. It's just flat all the way. Can he get into the inside or the outside? Yevon David blocks the inside as per usual. Takumi Lee, he tries a dive. He goes for a dive bomb onto the inside. Oh, they've hit each other.
And they both...
that was predictable. And Takumi Lee.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, they both spun.
Wow.
Oh, my word.
How extraordinary. So, wow, after all that good work, they both come together and then they spin as well. So they really drop back now. Wow. So Axel Nocom now is in 5th position. He's doing a great job. And just behind Nocom, we've got Adrian Ferguson. We haven't talked about him from Singapore. He's done a really good job. He's a veteran karter in the region. Oh, someone spun there. I think that's a back marker. I don't think that's... that's a back marker, just trying to get back into the field. But Adrian Ferguson, he's been nice and calm and collected just outside the top 10. And now he's up to position 6. Good job by the Singaporean.
And benefiting from that incident with his karting teammate, basically, Yevon David, with Jonathan Kabili. So what could have been a possible third place with this battle going on in front has now actually gone pear-shaped completely for Yevon David and Takumi Lee. They would rue that missed opportunity to get some good points.
Yeah. Oof, look, Francis Gonzalez has contact with Seiko. Is that the straw that's going to break the camel's back? I tell you what, I look at Seiko's car and I think that car has got to break down at some point. It's crabbing so badly. One more small contact on that car surely will put it out of the race. But for now, it still survives with 2 minutes to go.
I'm impressed. It's an absolute miracle that his car somehow, with all the damages and crabbing, used to go.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. But we have
to... Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, we have to not forget the leader. Joriel Cruz in 1st position, leading comfortably. Edward Wong in 2nd position. And then, of course, this battle for 3rd position. Voltaire Seiko and Francis Angelo Gonzalez. This has just been going on and on. Seiko, he's driving a broken car. You can see it crabbing down the straight. But somehow, he's able to still do the lap times. These two are teammates. So, I think Gonzalez is being a bit careful with how he overtakes. But they've had contact a couple times already. And look, you can see Seiko in the bottom right there. He's still looking calm and collected. But, wow, it's he's got to be... Oh, he gets on the curb there. 1 minute to go. There'll be one more lap after this lap. So still anything can happen. A little bit further back from them, we've got Axel Nocom in 5th position. Adrian Ferguson in 6th. Yevon David, though, coming back at his teammate there after that spin. He's trying to get back at Adrian Ferguson. And this is a really good battle for 6th position. But let's look at this battle for 3rd position, because Seiko is next side by side with Francis and Gonzalez going down the inside. Wow! Seiko gives up the position. He's now in 4th position. I think the car's really damaged. We're in the last lap and that's it. Yes, the car's finished. We just talked about it. We just one more incident, one more piece of contact would be enough to send him out. He's got to try and finish the race. Look how devastated he is. Wow. Definitely that car. He's got a bit of a gap. He's got half a lap to go. Can he hang on to 5th position? He can't give up. Ammo.
Wow. No, I don't think he has enough time enough much of a lap to actually maintain 5th position. And again, it has happened to him for 2 races in a row. That car.
Yeah, I think he should have just, you know, when the car was damaged like that, and you just know it's right on the limit of getting proper suspension jam, and he should have just given up the position. I feel that would have been the better thing. But it's easy to say in hindsight. These guys are race car drivers, and it's just not in their blood to give it up. They're just going to push, and so now he is in 7th position. Oh wow! Someone spins in front of him. Wow! It's all happening to Seiko. Can he hold on for some points? But we have to go back to the front. Joriel Cruz takes the win. Edward Wong finishes in 2nd position. And wow, look at that. Axel Nocom finishes in 4th position, just behind Francis Angel Gonzalez. So good job by then. Yevon David with the recovery drive to 5th. Flores in 6th. Seiko crabs home somehow in 7th position. He does pick up some points. I think it's 5 championship points or 4 championship points. But the winner, Joriel Cruz, happy man from Philippines. Great job. And Francis Angelo Gonzalez, look how happy he is in 3rd position. Woo! He's so thrilled with that. Good job, mate. Well done.
A clever drive too by Gonzalez. He actually made his opportunities count, and he didn't push the issue against Voltaire Seiko. A well-deserved podium. A great weekend for him.
Yeah, it's a really good weekend. Really, but I also have to feel a little bit for Seiko. Seiko, he had a chance to take back the championship lead with Suma Debila not finishing this race. If he'd won this race, he would have taken back the championship lead. But okay, at least he managed to score some points. It would have been a real disaster if he'd not scored any points at all. These are the positions then. Yep. Cruz in 1st, Wong in 2nd, Gonzalez 3rd, Axel Nocom with 4th, with I think his first fastest lap of the race. Really good job there. Good recovery drive after lagging in the earlier laps. Yevon David in 5th, Flores in 6th, Seiko in 7th. For these who got some points, Takumi Lee 8th, Mutach in 9th, and Kent Lau from Malaysia rounds out the top 10.
Oh wow.
Okay, so we so that's the copper class. Ammo, thanks so much for being with us. I know you're in the middle of of something, so thanks for being with us. You're going to go back to doing some stewarding for us. Your last thoughts on quite an interesting 2 races in the bronze class.
Absolutely manic race. Insane. I've never seen so much drama, especially in terms of the championship fight. And so many drivers who were willing to put it all on the line to get points and podiums. What a great race. I love this. I love this category.
It's going to go on and on. That's going to be a great championship fight all the way to round 6. 2 more rounds after this, of course. But yeah, really good job. Thanks again, Ammo. We'll talk to you in a while. We got the silver and the gold class to come up, and Des will be joining us for that. So it'd be great to have him for those races. But for now, that was the copper class, and we'll be right back after this break.
Things to be aware of organizing eRacing Championship without race room. First, no automated leaderboard would always be labor intensive. Elimination round would be the only way to filter the winners. Having the participants adhering to the schedule would be a huge test. We need to know the task will get bigger when participants increases. Time consuming. Organizing eRacing Championship without race room, it's all need run manually to take down the participants and eliminate them from first round group to final round group. Because it is manual human labor, there bound to be human error. Manual human labor would have a price tag for the man-hours involved. New participants would never have chance. The e-racing clubs in the world will send their best racers to participate the race. But that means your championship exposure is just limited to the e-racing clubs. Why choose race room? Our 3E official championship have fully automated leaderboard. Participants can log in anytime to leave the fastest lap time within the qualifying period. Each of the racers already have their ranks with race room. Next, save time. You can have unlimited amounts of participants in a super short time to qualifying them to final race. Race room can cover unlimited amount of participants. We have a full automated esports ecosystem from qualifying leaderboard to broadcast AI. Besides, race room's free contents lets everyone can participate to the race.